So we finished The Lord of the Rings, the King Returneth. What is it? The Return of the King. Okay, confession, I fell asleep probably the last third of the movie, but I saw the happy things happen, which is good.
You woke up in time.
I woke up just in time.
For Frodo to throw.
To throw the ring in and throw Gollum Smeagol in, which was also necessary.
Did you sleep through Denethor setting himself on fire?
Yes.
Oh, man.
What a bastard. He set himself on fire?
Yeah, because he tried to set Faramir on
fire.
Yes.
Yes. Good for him. And Eowyn and Faramir fall in love, I guess. We don't know, but they're standing next to each other at the end, which is nice. And everything is happy, and the hobbits, Sam gets married, of course. He deserves to get married and be happy with 2 kids. Sean Astin's real daughter is one of his daughters. And yeah, it was a very nice wrap up. It ends up being a really good movie. And
what are your overall thoughts? How do you feel? Do you feel changed by the experience?
I do feel changed by the experience. I feel like they have such a good, especially the hobbits and Sam have such a great, and Arwen, they have this great sense of hope, and they can't stop hoping that the world will be saved, and that's a really nice sentiment. So I really liked that part about it. And the friendship. I know you guys talk a lot about the friendship of the hobbits and the fellowship in general. I think that's a really good message. So I can see really why people like it. Obviously, I think the biggest pull for people liking it is the land that Tolkien has created, and people love elves and people love hobbits and their clothing and the things they eat and the things they drink and all that. And I think that world that was created is just really cool to be in. I was so comfortable, I fell asleep. I was so comfortable, I had to nap.
It was during the biggest battle in Return of the
biggest battle, and I'm like, okay, goodbye.
I was like, don't
fall asleep when it's over.
No.
Typical Lizzie. So,
who's your favorite character?
Oh, my favorite character. That's really tough. I like Aragorn a lot. I like that.
He's a chill dude.
He's a real chill dude. He kind of doesn't, he's the king, but he doesn't bring all of that on himself. He doesn't say, I'm the king, everybody bow down, I'm going to make all this happen. He just kind of lets it kind of happen to him, and he's very modest about everything. And so I think that's really cool.
That's how you know he's the real king.
Yeah, that's how you know he's the real king. I really liked him. I really liked Eowyn. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Because she's so, feminist, I'm going to fight anyways. And she and Gimli are besties, and that's really cool. So I like that character a lot. I still think I love the Ents a lot. I really like the tree forest and that whole side story of driving the narration with the 2 hobbits while everything else is happening. He kind of explains what's going on. So I like that use of them to narrate the story. And they're just really cool, those trees stomping on everybody. You wouldn't necessarily think a tree would be so badass in a fight, and then they get to the fight and they're just oh, we just stomp on people and release the water of the fiercest river and call it a day. We're done. So that was pretty cool. Who's your favorites?
Sam.
Sam, yeah, Sam's a good guy. How could you not like Sam?
I like Boromir.
He likes potatoes. Yeah, Boromir was really good. I think that whole storyline is a good part of the story, and with their horrible dad and just the whole situation there is a good plot in the whole story. It feels something that I felt before watching all of this with you, and maybe a little bit still, but it feels why does it take 15 hours or 9 hours to tell this story? Is that necessary? But at the end of it, I feel it's totally worth it. And the idea of, if there is something that you really, really like, wouldn't you want it to be drawn out? Like if you have your favorite book, and it took you 20 hours to read or however long to read, wouldn't you want them to drag it out that long in a movie to make it, like, wouldn't you want that pleasure of watching it for 10 hours? So I kind of like that Peter Jackson was like...
We'll see what you think after you watch The Hobbit.
After I watch The Hobbit. Well, the idea of that, though, like, it's just like nerd porn, like, or fan porn. It's great. And it turned out to be like some of the best movies ever made. So that's pretty cool. So respect to Peter Jackson and all the dudes in that movie. Respect to the hair creative team, because the hair...
The wig masters?
Yeah, it's so good. Like, there's not a lot of beauty in the movie, which, I don't know, like, it's my thing in movies and life. So there's not a lot of that happening, but the hair is so good. And it's all I could think about is I want Aragorn's hair. He's like perfect waves. It's so good.
Especially at the end when he's
working on it. Yeah, it looks great. Now he's a king and he's got perfect hair.
That's how you know the true king.
Yeah.
Perfect hair.
Yeah, you have to have perfect hair and perfect skin to be an elf or a king. So, moral of the story, everything I learned, it comes down to that. Friendship, perfect hair, perfect skin. Nailed it.
Oh, well, next New Year's we'll watch The Hobbit. And...
Next year's no, we got to do that sooner. next
well, then
year.
all 3 movies will be out on
Oh, yeah. Okay, so maybe next year we'll watch them all together. So, Happy New Year. Happy 2015. Thanks for enjoying our silly videos. We appreciate it and hanging in there with us the last moment. 8 people. 9 people viewed one of the videos.
What?
We were probably one of the 9.
One of the 9. OMG.
We better make rings and get tattoos. All right. Happy New Year. Goodbye.